When you think about self-relief, it's usually associated with anticipation, excitement, or just general delight. It's a reliable form of self-pleasure that plenty of us can understand and maybe even relate to. However, what if that pleasure becomes a curse? No one understands that notion as much as the protagonist of the Nope Nope Nurses trilogy, Yamada. Sadly, he suffers from a rare condition that requires him to achieve ejaculation every 3 hours, making the physical catharsis a continuous chore. Plus, with his arms now broken, he's been staying at a hospital of ill repute where the nurses want nothing to do with him. In the first entry of the Nope Nope Nurses trilogy, we witness the beginning days of Yamada's hospital stay as 4 nurses callously treated him. Now, in Nope 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 Nurses, we see the continuation of his time here with even more nurses joining the abusive fray. Unfortunately for Yamada, he finds himself treated by the OG3, who happen to be a triple threat of veteran nurses who outclass the cruelty of the ones Yamada is familiar with. These 3 nurses all vary in their attitude towards Yamada and their obligatory ejaculation methods. For instance, Numajiri is disturbingly abusive with intensely brutal remarks that egg her on further the more Yamada reacts. In direct contrast, another member of the 3, Kiritani, is strangely kind-hearted towards him, not inflicting physical or verbal torment. Supposedly, she used to be a delinquent, so she's probably hiding prominent darkness behind those absurdly veiled smiles, especially considering this hospital's track record. The final member of the 3, Tendo, is perhaps the most frightening of the bunch. She can best be described as a psychopath dealing with constant jeering and torture with not the most sane expressions. Plus, Tendo's not particularly well liked by the other nurses, and she's the daughter of the head nurse who wields significant sway amongst the staff. Consequently, no one can openly defy her haphazard machinations. To be honest, I found these 3 characters more captivating than the original group. While the nurses in the first entry did their job effectively, it gradually became clear that we were only going through the motions, as each appearance was like a mini-story arc unto itself until the narrative's end. On the other hand, the new nurses in this sequel have more presence, likely because of their connections to the already established setting and cast. Admittedly, their attitudes play into the trope far more transparently, yet that's probably not a real negative in this case since they embody clear fetishes that'll likely excite the right crowds. The original Nope Nope Nurses was a genuinely refreshing experience for how it unabashedly embraced male-centric masochism. Granted, you yourself need to be a masochist to derive sexual pleasure from these scenes and scenarios. Still, it pulled out all the stops in that regard, ensuring that all who find the genre stimulating are catered to quite nicely. This sequel is more of the same in that general notion, with plenty of intense, hardcore scenes that'll make you simultaneously feel envy and probably pity for Yamada. However, the story takes a somewhat unexpected turn in the later hours. Alongside Yamada's guilt at his circumstances taking center stage, other innocent individuals become victim of the collective mess. One of these affected parties is the new nurse, Mochizuki, a naive new employee who is nothing like the heartless nurses in the vicinity. Her tender-hearted nature makes the disparity of her reception by the others in this profession alarmingly sympathetic, painting a fresh new dynamic in this institution where every woman being inhumane was the norm. In fact, the H scenes reflect this altered approach, with there now also being a focus on female domination. While certainly a different brand of appeal than male-centered masochism, these new scenes instill this entry with increased distinction. It's a bold step that may spread the audience a bit more thin, given how highly focused the first game's H scenes were in their collective type. Still, I found it all to work out well thanks to the new personal conflicts of this entry. As a reminder, if you're playing the Steam release, a free patch from Jurin is required to implement the H scenes. Nope 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 Nurses is a surprising sequel. While the developer could have stuck to what made the first game work, that being the sole focus on male domination, they opted to take a different direction here, giving this release a standout identity, alongside the ambitious intensity remaining at the forefront of the various relationships and sexual content. The twist on the narrative and character dynamics make this a worthwhile entry for those who wanted more from the series. There are a few notable typos that could take you out of the experience though, but there's only one entry left for our groans and hearts to confront, and that's Nope 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 Nope. nurses, so be sure to check out that review when it's posted. Noisy Pixel is giving Nope Nurses an 8 out of 10. Thanks for watching. This video is brought to you by our supporters on Patreon. Noisy Pixel is run by a group of gamers providing independent gaming coverage through news, reviews, previews, and more. Check out our Patreon to help support our continued growth, and subscribe to keep up with all our future content.
Noisy Pixel.